Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen were some of the youngest self-made millionaires, having started their careers at only 8 months old when they were cast as Michelle Tanner on Full House.
Your voice has changed.
If you were a child of the 90s, then you know that the twins led an empire, launching the company Dualstar Entertainment Group, which would go on to produce all of their straight-to-VHS and TV movies, including, of course, my favorite, Double Double Toil and Trouble. Here's what the IMDb logline says. On Halloween night, 2 precocious little girls tried to save their parents from their nasty old capitalist aunt's greedy clutches. Magic abounds, and they meet mysterious new friends along the way. The nasty old capitalist is the twins' witchy great-aunt Agatha, played by actress Cloirs Leachman. Only the most Emmy-nominated performer ever, Leachman also won an Academy Award for her role in The Last Picture Show. If you're looking for another horror comedy, you may also remember her as Frau Blucher in Young Frankenstein.
You played that music in the middle of the night?
Yes!
To get us into the laboratory?
Yes!
And it was you who left my grandfather's book out for me to find?
Yes!
Story writer and producer of Hocus Pocus, David Kirshner, actually wrote the role of Winifred Sanderson with Leachman in mind. Of course, Bette Midler eventually got the part instead, but both movies came out in 1993. Leachman obviously had a ball with this role, and she chews all the scenery out of the room.
There's someone at the door, madam. Should I answer it, madam?
No, I'll answer it. You sit here and be filthy rich.
While their parents beg Aunt Agatha for money, the girls discover that their great-aunt Sophia has been trapped and cursed by her evil twin sister. On the 7th year of her imprisonment, Sophia will be stuck in the mirror forever, unless broken by the magical spell of twins. A gravedigger tells the girls the tale of the sisters and the power of the moonstone, which is clearly not a moonstone and kind of bothers me. We see the Olsens play the younger versions of Cloirs Leachman's characters. This is also giving Murder House vibes from the open of American Horror Story Season 1. Could Double Double be part of the American Horror Story television universe?
You never said you had twins.
When did you ever give us the chance?
Get off my street right now!
For a kids' film, I appreciate that the conflict between both pairs of sisters is reconciling with being an identical twin and finding your own identity. Twins are of course a horror trope, often used as moral allegories for the struggle between good and evil, or they portray a creepy codependence that only adds to their uncanniness. Double Double really plays into those tropes, with the Olsens struggling to be recognized as individuals and the Leachman characters who are portrayed as codependent spinsters denied any kind of relationship apart from one another, even if antagonistic. And while heavy-handed, the film uses mirrors as an appropriate visual motif. Twins can invoke fears of the shadow self, or id, as explored by Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud. The concept that there is some other self driving our behavior, a potentially more impulsive or primitive part of our psyche, driven by desire and survival. Like in Jordan Peele's Us and the Twilight Zone episode which inspired it, Mirror Image, the concept of twins or doubles challenge our sense of identity, implying that there can be an entirely other self out there or doppelganger looking to replace us. Anyway, back to the kids' movie. Agatha's cat gets loose, which allows for my favorite scene.
Ah! My cat!
I also love that she carries her money around in a big sack like Scrooge McDuck. The family drives home only for their vehicle to be accosted by a choosy beggar who's unhappy about his payment. The girls return home and learn their house is about to be foreclosed. They cook up a plot to try and save Aunt Sophia, which involves switching places with 2 other kids on Halloween. I do wish we had a scene where the kids convince their parents to go out in these awful costumes. The girls escape and run into the same homeless man, Mr. N, who lives under the bridge. He agrees to help them with the promise of finding the valuable moonstone. Their hitchhiking doesn't go as planned, and they nearly kill a biker and ruin a man's livelihood before running into the woods.
I feel bad about that poor man and his pumpkin.
Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Maybe I am. Am I the villain? I don't think I'm the villain.
They end up at the house of Oscar the Clown, who the girls had met at a party earlier. He agrees to help them. They make it to the witches' gathering they had learned about from the gravedigger, and I'm loving the lack of enthusiasm of some of these extras.
We'll have our cassettes on sale on the way out.
They manage to trick Agatha into handing over the moonstone, only to be chased out and eventually find the gravedigger. After some convincing, he also agrees to join them. Meanwhile, one of the sisters is caught by Agatha, and Mr. N gets turned into a crow.
You are so cranky. Get a life.
Long story short, the power of love and twin acceptance saves the day. Their parents show up and are not at all concerned that their daughters have befriended a homeless man, gravedigger, or circus clown.
These people have been reading too much Stephen King.
The movie is a 90s nostalgia trip, and honestly, I enjoyed every minute of revisiting it. I actually showed this film at my 2nd grade slumber party, which sent a girl home in tears, so I have fond memories of it. If you saw it as a kid, I recommend going back for a laugh. If you never saw it, I think it could be fun with friends, especially as a dangerous drinking game for every time they say twins. Let me know your favorite Olsen twin movie, and happy Halloween all!